Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Another day, another daily dose of dismal Disney.
Yeah, well, I mean, the choices they're showing aren't that bad. But I do have to say, the Los Angeles Times headline, Disneyland to make the Jungle Cruise more inclusive after years-long complaints about racism. No, I mean, I'm sure people have been complaining, but it's not like to the level that they are presenting it as.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this. They are making changes to the Jungle Cruise in Disneyland, I don't know.
And Disney World.
And Disney World.
Both of them.
This is kind of what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean a couple of years ago.
Right, because there was supposed to be all this backlash from people and complaints, except I never heard anybody complain about it, and being that I was the three people that represented in that group, the redhead, the fat lady, and a woman, I had no problems with any of it. No one asked me my opinion before they changed it.
No, so this goes alongside of what's going on with Splash Mountain, that they're retheming it to take out, the Song of the South references. And as we understand it, via the video we did yesterday, where Disney Plus is blocking certain quote unquote racist movies from children, there is an external group that's advising Disney on what is and was not racist, and an internal initiative.
There is an internal initiative, the diversity and inclusion initiatives.
So Disney is going to, look, if you thought you're getting new rides anytime soon, you're not. You're not getting any new rides anytime soon, because I think they're going to go through and they're going to refurbish, retheme every damn attraction.
What I'm hearing from people is that you're right. Is that they have a list of attractions that are going to have to be changed. Peter Pan, Country Bears, Tom Sawyer Island, which we already knew Tom Sawyer Island's down for refurbishment. Yeah. Jungle Cruise, that kind of stuff. Instead of doing things like, fixing the giant hole in the middle of Epcot, they're going to focus a bunch of money on to repurposing these attractions to take out anything that might possibly offend somebody. However, the joke's on them. Doesn't matter how much you do. It's still going to offend somebody somehow. I guarantee it.
It's actually, there's actually been a lot of backlash to the changes, announced changes for Splash Mountain. If you go to change.org, there are significantly more signatures wanting Disney to keep Splash Mountain as is, because they don't even mention Uncle Remus. It doesn't have any of the live action characters. It's just the animals.
It doesn't matter. They're going to make changes. Someone's still going to be offended. They're still going to be screaming about it. And then, when you go down this path, you can't make everybody happy. And you're never going to make everybody happy. But instead of just, understanding and recognizing that, they keep putting out this statement about how they're trying to make everybody happy. And it's like, it's not going to work. But they show some changes coming to the Jungle Cruise. They aren't that bad, honestly, what they showed.
They did this with Pirates of the Caribbean, too. They kind of ease you into the idea of this attraction changing. We're going to talk about...
Make sure you lube you up first.
Yeah, right.
One finger first.
Okay, so before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 173,000 subs, hoping for 200,000 soon. We do talk about Disney. We also talk about pop culture. We talk about animation, whatever interests us that day. And, go out to piratesandprincesses.net, which is Geeky's Disney blog. There's a lot of Disney news out there.
Yes, it's not all biased, contrary to what people tell you.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing. What they're showing, they're making changes to. It sounds like they're rewriting the story of the Jungle Cruise, and it's not that bad. The guy who's kind of in charge of one of the Imagineers was a Jungle Cruise skipper for years. The changes they're showing do feel authentic and feel like they fit. Like they're making it now that you're on a cruise with a skipper, but there's another cruise that was on a cruise with a skipper, and it's like bad things happen. You're watching this whole thing go down.
Is this what happens in the movie?
I wondered that.
Is this what happens in the movie? Are they gonna have a rock animatronic?
I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it could be some things are being changed to fit the movie. But like a couple things they only showed a couple things. And damn well it's going to go a lot further than what they're showing. They showed the pole, and the pole used to have 4 men on it.
Yeah.
Now they decided they needed a diversity on their pole, so they added a skipper with the life raft from the. So he's a skipper because he has a life raft from the ship. They made sure they got a black guy. Looks like a black Colonel Sanders. It looks like a Native American woman who's an artist. Another white guy, and then a woman that's redhead. Because hey, I'm all for getting the redhead.
Hey, but she's at the top of the pole.
Redheads are always at the top of the pole.
She's at the top of the pole.
Until we decide what part of the pole we want to be on. So they're adding diversity to their pole. I don't know how else to say that other than that, but that's what they did. The tree, but everybody calls it the pole. And then they have a couple ships. Now, this is kind of clever. They have a couple ships they haven't talked about for a while. And they have them apparently crashed, and like the monkeys are there, and you can see that each, like the one that has paint all over it, which relates to the woman that's an artist, and there's some relation to the people on the pole.
Because we know these boats actually sink.
They do. It's so authentic. It's so authentic. So Disney, when they needed to fix the boats, they didn't do jack shit. But when it comes time to retheming it to make sure that you make it more appropriate to everyone, then they suddenly have the money to do something about it, even though the boats have been sinking. That's a whole other story. Same with Splash Mountain.
Yep.
So these are the people that are involved. Carmen Smith is pretty much in charge of development and inclusion, and from my understanding is behind most of these changes.
Okay.
Then we have Chris Beatty. Now they had Chris Beatty, I think it was Chris Beatty, telling the skippers at I think it probably was at Disneyland, that, about the new changes. And then they interviewed them. And of course, all the skippers are like, I am so gosh darn excited about all the changes, and I can't wait to be part of it. Yay, Disney changes. They seem like they fit. Yay, Disney changes. And it's funny because, they're not going to say, I think these ideas suck balls when your boss is standing right there and the guy in charge of it is standing right there and you're on camera for Disney. You're not going to say, you remember, because you have to be positive when you're out, you're giving your FaceTime, but behind the scenes, we know a lot of cast members say other things, but that was on the Instagram account. But that's what's going on. Now, there is no mention of what's going to happen to like Trader Sam
and the natives
and all that.
Yeah.
You're only seeing those two things, which those changes do feel authentic and fit. And I don't think people are too upset about that. What I want to know is what's going to happen to Trader Sam that they've named 2 bars after.
Yeah, Trader Sam is a Disney icon. Like, there's Trader Sam merch. Like you said, they've got multiple bars named after Trader Sam.
This is the Walt Disney World version of Trader Sam.
Yeah.
I think the one in Disneyland's different.
Yeah, he looks different.
Yeah, he's different. So the Trader Sam, then that's why people say this isn't Trader Sam, it's his cousin, like Nami. But I think they just streamline it to say Trader Sam for everything.
Yeah.
But there's no word on that kind of stuff. There's no word on the totem poles, and there's no word on the animals are most likely stay the same. But you can pretty much expect everything that like this was probably going to be gone, if I were to guess.
Yeah, or greatly changed. They'll have like Trader Sam be a crew member of the. Yeah,
they'll keep Trader Sam, but now he'll be
like a merchant or something instead of a headhunter.
He'll be like a rich guy or something,
Yeah, he'll be like Thurston Howell.
What?
From Gilligan's Island.
Oh, I was okay. I never really watched Gilligan's Island.
Thurston Howell and Lovey.
I know the show, but I didn't really watch it.
That's what we need. We need Disney to buy Gilligan's Island and retheme the Jungle Cruise to Gilligan's Island.
No, because they would totally do that, and that would ruin it for sure. So, I mean, it sounds like they're trying to find authentic ways to tie it into the attraction so it does feel like it fits and it isn't too upsetting or too off-putting. I will give them that. It does feel that way. However, they're still going. They're going to find ways to take everything out of it. Like, didn't they change thing in Pirates where the fat ladies are running and they were chasing the guys are chasing the fat ladies, but now they have plates of food. Or they had plates of food, but now they have like flowers and vases and stuff.
Something like that.
Yeah, because fat ladies might get offended by the implication that they're running with food. Yeah. As a fat lady, I wasn't offended by that. But, what does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, people are like, where does this stop with Disney now that they're going out of their way to basically retcon their history, whether it's movies or attractions. And, I don't think it's going to stop. I think
it's not. They're looking at everything, supposedly.
Everything. And this was rumored before. Actually, WDW Pro had this rumor on the Magic forums that they actually were going around and doing an audit of all the attractions, and being like, which ones are the most problematic that we can fix. And I can almost guarantee you that all of the political attractions will get some kind of makeover at some point.
They're going to try to change everything. And like I said, they're going to ease you into it. They're not going to show you the drastic changes until they open it. And then if you say anything, well, I don't understand why you changed that. Even if you're a person that represented by the change.
Yes.
You're an istophobe. Like, I didn't think they needed to change the whole, auction scene I wasn't offended. But if I say that, I'm an istophobe, even though I literally was represented by the fact that it was women, there's a redhead, and there's a fat lady. And I'm represented in all three categories. But I'm not allowed to say that because I'm an istophobe in some way, even though it represents me. So anybody who has a problem with the depiction of these characters the characters being removed, and you are the same ethnicity or whatever, you're not allowed to say that because you're an istophobe, even though because white women on Twitter didn't like it, or these diversity groups at Disney World didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, we're hearing back channel, and we'll maybe say something about it later, but we got to make sure people stay anonymous. But we're hearing back channel that there's a lot of diversity and inclusion training going on at Disney right now. That if this is not going to stop, and we're seeing it with what's going on over at Lucasfilm, and we're seeing it at Marvel, and it's basically like either you get on board with everything Disney's doing if you work at the company, or you get gone. You're choosing or they're choosing, whatever it is, and for the customers, it's you either get on board with it or they will actually tar and feather you.
Right.
They will. They'll, maybe not directly, but it'll be like, gosh, it'd be a real shame if people thought you're a racist because you like Trader Sam.
How dare you, So that's what they're doing. Like I said, the changes they've showcased so far aren't bad. I honestly think they're authentic and they fit, and I don't think they're that big of a change or that bad of a change. It might make it kind of interesting because I think Jungle Cruise is kind of boring, personally.
Disney World
I know you like it. I know you like it.
I do like it.
I find it dull.
It depends on the skipper. It
It does.
If you get a good skipper, it's a lot of fun. But I've heard the script so many times now that I'm just like,
Well, a lot of times they improvise too. But So I'm not that put off by it, but that's because I also know, like I said, they're trying to ease you into the idea of changing things, and then I guarantee it's going to be completely changed. 100%, no doubt. But they have the money for that. But meanwhile, Epcot's sitting with a big hole in the middle.
Well, that's what people are complaining about. They're like, yeah, okay, we get it. You want to go back and take a look at some of your...
after you fix Epcot.
Yeah, but they're trying so hard to get the woke points right now and get the media to give them back pats and ignore the fact that, it's like, good, Disney's spending all this money to get rid of their racism. Never mind that, a bunch of black people and Hispanic people and Asian people got laid off. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right.
Never mind that they're out of a job, but we can spend millions and millions and millions of dollars fixing old attractions that very few people actually complain about.
And I want to remind you that the boats were sinking a year ago.
Yes.
And they needed fixed, and they've been having issues for a while, and they did nothing. But then after the summer came, now everything needs to be looked at and changed. And now we're going to fix things.
Well, I think this was kind of coming because we've seen before that Disney, when they stop maintaining attractions, that means it's either going to get refurbed soon or it's going to get shut down. Mm-hmm. And in this case, it's getting refurbed. And I think BLM just sped up the process. I think so. Because Pirates happened before. I think they were looking at.
Pirates happened because it was all the thing was women. You have to respect women. So they made that change. I think also they were trying to plan on doing it on the movie with women with the Red the Pirate, and they were trying to case build.
Yeah.
But I do think this might have some tie-ins. I bet you might have tie-ins to the film. I bet you are 100% right.
I am 100% sure that you'll see The Rock or characters from the movie in some capacity.
Probably.
For sure. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.